A few days ago, Conor McGregor tweeted saying that on New Year's Day 2024, he was going to announce his big return fight to the UFC. And he has gone and done that. It is New Year's Day. And let's just say it is not what I expected at all. To start with, it's not on UFC 300. It's not at 155 pounds. And it is against Michael Chandler. I got all three things wrong. I don't know why. I guess in hindsight, me predicting Conor McGregor to return at 155 in the state that he's in right now probably was a little bit silly, but I didn't think the UFC 300 card was too far-fetched, and I didn't think it not being Michael Chandler was too far-fetched either, because I do believe that there are bigger options for Conor McGregor out there. I do strongly believe that Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje is a bigger fight for the BMF belt than McGregor versus Chandler. I also think McGregor versus Diaz in a trilogy is the biggest fight of them all. I even think that McGregor versus Oliveira would be bigger than Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor, because Charles Oliveira is truly a massive name in the sport. Now, I do think Oliveira would beat McGregor relatively easily. I think Gaethje probably would as well. Michael Chandler at 185 pounds is the announcement. What is going on? I mean, the thing is, though, I do want to say this before I get a bit too deep into making my opinion on this video, that I'm not too sure if he was serious, because now, yes, it was Conor McGregor and he was having a bit of wine, but that's pretty normal for Conor, and he was laughing a lot, but that's also normal for Conor. But it almost seemed like it wasn't super genuine. Like, it almost seemed like maybe, especially when he said the 185 weight class, he was laughing it off. So maybe the fight is against Chandler, but maybe it's not at 185. There's a lot to kind of, I guess, deduce from the video. I'm not going to play the video. I don't think McGregor would claim it, but I'm just going to kind of leave it as it is. If you want to see it, I'm sure it's been reposted everywhere, but Conor McGregor originally posted it on Twitter or X. So yeah, that's the situation. Conor McGregor has announced his return at 185 pounds, not on UFC 300. He said it's going to be on International Fight Week. I think he said it was in Las Vegas as well. So yeah, it's not going to be at UFC 300 like I expected. It's going to be June 29th in Las Vegas, apparently, on International Fight Week. There you go. That was not what I expected whatsoever. I mean, as I said at the start of me making this video, to start with, when I was predicting Conor McGregor's return fight, I was always basing it on a UFC 300 return, because I personally thought that made a lot of sense. That was wrong. I was also basing it on a potential return to 155 pounds. That was also wrong. I did mention 170 pounds could be an option, but there just isn't really any big fights for McGregor at 170, unless he was to fight Nate Diaz again, I guess, maybe in hindsight. But hindsight's always 2020. I didn't even think it was going to be Michael Chandler. I have been kind of saying that it should be McGregor versus Gaethje. I think it's a big fight. McGregor versus Diaz. If they don't do a McGregor-Diaz trilogy before Conor McGregor retires, I think they've messed up. But I want to say one thing. Good for Michael Chandler, because this guy has been desperately trying to stay in the headlines to save this fight. He's been doing those skits with that WWE wrestler on Twitter when he kind of punched him in a bar. And then he did another thing, but that went nowhere near as viral. The point is, Michael Chandler has been desperately trying to stay relevant so he can get this fight. But it also is like, why did they wait so long when they could have and should have capitalized on this a little bit sooner after the Ultimate Fighter season? You know, I understand McGregor had all those USADA complications and all of that, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot to unpack here. I think I might leave the video there. It's going to be a short video, only 4 minutes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think McGregor's been serious? Do you think this is a joke? I'm a little bit confused. I'm taken aback. I'm probably yeah. I'm a bit confused. I'm a little bit more on the side that I think this is a little bit of a joke, but it does confirm that at least McGregor is keen on fighting Chandler. I don't think that the dates are I think the weight class might be. I think this might be at 170. If it's at 185, I would be quite a little bit confused, but I guess if McGregor makes a commitment to 185, he's only 5'9". But I was going to say, I guess they could do like an Israel Adesanya fight or something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess Izzy's the biggest name. Maybe Conor McGregor likes his chances against Sean Strickland. Maybe. I mean, stylistically, McGregor doesn't match up too badly against Leon Edwards. They are both strikers. I don't know. There's just a lot going on. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.